Alright, the plan today was to work on the panorama and to do the last panel replacement, which is this one here. And so I planned to do that, so I took all the windows out before I realised that I didn't have a piece of aluminium big enough to do it. So I thought, what am I going to do? I want to put a video out today. So we thought we'd introduce you to the newest member of our little family here,
Bonk.
which is our little one-eyed 1973 Lightweight 1300, which we've nicknamed Orange Roughie. So we're going to do a bit of an introduction on this one, have a good look at it, and make a plan going forwards. So we're going to work on this because panorama, once we've put this piece in here, put the windows back on and the flashings back in. I'll just go and turn these lights back on, hang on. Yeah. Once we put all this back together, then it's really, we're just prepping it for paint. And it's not very exciting watching me sand it. So
We probably time-lapse that.
yeah, I think we will.
Chuck it on the tripod.
Yeah, well, we'll put the flashings and everything back on, clean off all the old sealer, sand it down, put it in primer, then we'll come back, and I'll show you a little bit of that, but it's pretty boring. And then we'll come back when we're going to reseal the roof, which is something that a lot of people want to see, which we're going to do prior to paint. So anyway, can't do anything with that today, and it's stuck inside now because it's got no windows in it and I can't be bothered putting them back in. So we're going to crack on with this little puppy here and have a look at it.
Okay.
Alright, our little Orange Roughie has just been stuck in the corner really since we got it while we've been working on the panorama. But we're waiting on parts for the panorama at the moment, so there's not a lot I can do. So we thought we'd drag this little thing out and stick it on the hoist and see what we've got.
Oh, look at that. The tire.
Yeah, the tyre's a cactus on it. Gonna have to pump those up. Look at the cracks in them, look at that. These are Porsche 924 wheels, believe it or not.
So you can kind of see the logo there.
Yeah, not very nice wheels, but we'll shine those up and maybe do something with them. So we're gonna pump up the tires, but this Jockey wheel on it basically is the original one that it came with. There's a tiny bit left of it, but it sort of just collapses at the thought of movement. So I've gone and bought a pretty cheap Repco Jockey wheel that we're going to bolt on it just so we can move it around. It'll only be temporary until we build another one, but I'm sure we'll use it on other Caravans anyway. So we're just going to drill a hole in, bolt that on, and then we'll wheel it into the shed. Okay, this is the Jockey wheel that I got here. So it just bolts on in two places. I've got a couple of M12 bolts, which will do for just walking around the yard. So I'm just going to size these up and see what size drill bit we need to use. My messy drawer. So 12mm drill bit, which is going to be a pain, so I might use a step drill for that. Okay, alright, we'll mark it up and this one just sort of undoes off here. So we'll just use this to make a pattern, and then we'll drill it out. Okay, we're going to do it now. I'm probably just going to mount that there actually on the front. Just give it a bit more, probably the best place to lift it from. So, I'm going to mark the centre of the holes there. I shouldn't be getting fussy on this because it's only temporary, but I will. picking this as a... Oh, that's a bit nasty. I'm picking this as 75. Yes, it is. So half of 75 is 37. Close enough. One there. One there. Okay, we'll grab a punch and punch those and drill them out. I'm picking this as 4mm thick. Well, that's probably what it started out life as, but I doubt it's that now. So I'm going to start with a 7mm drill bit, and then we will use a step drill on it because it's going to be a bit of a pain. Oh, put the drill bit in straight. Might need an electric drill for this, we'll see. Wow.
We've had some people say that our audio is a bit quiet, so if it is, just let us know down in the comments if it is.
Yeah. Yeah, we had that happen. That is vibrating something fierce. Right, I'm just going to get another drill bit. This straw bar can't be that well, it is bad, but not as bad as what I thought, because it was still quite difficult to drill through. So, put this thing on. Just an array of different bolts and washers, but it doesn't matter really for the purposes of this. Oh, that'd be why, wrong side. Wasn't very smart. Alright, let's see how this thing works. So we just put it on like that. Like that first and see how that works.
That clamp doesn't look right.
Oh, she's pretty margy. As long as it lifts that other one off the ground, which it's about to do. Boom. Okay, that's tight. Okay, right. Believe it or not, that still actually turns after all these years. And we'll take this jockey wheel off because this is... Oh, I'll do it in the shed, I think. No longer required. Alright, I'll get the tyre pump, we'll put some air in the tyres and then we'll pull it into the shed. Amazingly, these tyres will still air up, believe it or not. Oh, she wants to roll now. It'll do for the purposes of wheeling it around the yard. But it'd be lucky if it holds air for a couple of days, really. about there. I think 36 is enough, otherwise it'll probably blow the sidewalls out of it by the looks of it. Okay, have a go wheeling it into the shed. Okay.
I told you I looked a bit dodgy.
Oh. Okay. Wind it up with old Betsy. So what's going on with this? Just undone itself by the looks of it.
We'll inform you when it's all clamped back on.
Operator error. These little, whatever you call them, protrusions there are supposed to go in here, which I didn't do. That's the reason it came off. Right, we'll just see if we can get some purchase on that. Wind that up tight. Done. Alright, we can retire old Betsy here again. Our old jockey wheel. Lucky we had old Betsy on there, otherwise it would have collapsed on the ground.
Yeah.
Alright. See if we can push this little puppy in the shed. Make sure it don't hit me.
It's gonna look beautiful when we're done with it. Look very beautiful when we're done with it. Huh? Yeah, I think so.
Swing on that side?
Yeah.
It's a bit wider than the panorama.
Oh. Okay. Let's hit the mold. Ow. Oh, she just fits.
Alright. See if we can jack it up without it snapping in half. Alright, I'll just muck around and find some blocks and things and then we'll come back.
Put it up.
Yeah, put it up a bit.
What the? Dad, it's on. Oh.
Okay. There's one of them touching, is it? No, okay, kick up a bit more. Hang on, mate. A little bit more. Okay, just stop there.
Look at the duration on these. See, down, perfectly fine. Unlock, perfectly fine. Then there's the up button. What is that?
Bit more. That one's good.
This hoist is pretty good, eh?
That's good.
Have you ever had something fall off this hoist, Dad?
No, thank God. Just drop it down a bit, mate. A bit more. Okay, just up a fraction, just a fraction. Okay. So that's good there. One more.
If you're wondering, this is my brother mini plank.
Okay, up a bit more, mate. Bit more. Bit more. Okay.
Mini plank normally lives up here.
Alright.
Up there. That's a throne.
Let's pray it doesn't break in half.
Oh,
Don't go underneath it.
I'm not just filming it. This molding's a bit bent, eh?
That's alright, we'll get straighten that out.
Oh,
She's a bit lighter than the 2000.
and if you're wondering, we do have an Instagram page. It's called Restoration Crew, so if you go to follow that, we'll make announcements on there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's just like a little side thing from the
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Just wait there, mate. Just gonna grab a torch and make sure that it's secure.
Oh.
Okay, that's on.
Most of this will buff out easy.
That one could be better, but it's okay. That one's okay. That one's okay.
Alright, can I?
Alright, from under.
Seems like I'm
So,
dead.
it's not that bad. It is not that bad. Even these splash panels look alright. Although we'll probably, they're a bit munted there. Okay, so we've got a little bit of frame rust in there. See that? Just the very end of that.
Yeah.
That's really common for these. Looks okay. Now these are made differently, because see that? It's all channel section, right? But on the, oh no, it's RHS. No, they're all channel, all the way through. But on the bigger ones, these are RHS. And it doesn't have a full axle.
Because it's only a small ass Caravan.
It's only a little puppy, a little Orange Roughie. So,
It's our Roughie.
undo that shock bolt. 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole wheel assembly. Get rid of
Are you
the.
gonna do that?
Yeah, I probably will.
Okay.
Yeah, once you get rid of the brake lines, that whole assembly will just drop straight down. I think it's going to need a fair whack of CRC before we get to that.
No, this
All
is
of this is just surface. Brake lines, well, we'll not really need brakes on a Caravan this size. It's just a complication. Look at that, solid as. This drawbar is toast.
Will you put a water tank in it?
Oh, see that?
Oh, that's a bit.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's all.
Wow, we towed with this too. It's
They
not
don't need to
bad.
know.
No, no, I didn't say that. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that good.
That's what they all say.
Oh, this is solid. That one's solid.
Solid. Solid. Solid,
No,
he
it's
says.
all right.
Solid, he says.
This one, that'll buff out. I'm just going to work around and trigger these lights again. So, we definitely need to put a new drawbar on it, right? But when we do, we're going to do it like they do on the other ones, and we're going to have the drawbar down low. So it'll weld to there. It'll weld to this one, which we'll probably have to replate the bottom of that. And then we'll have other pieces of steel that weld in here, and it'll go under there as well. That one there is just, it's really not that bad. Almost used that. Maybe, maybe not. So yeah, look, even these, look at these. All the splash panels. Look at that, all the way along.
Then there's this.
Really good condition. Yep, we'll replace those. Yep, but this is the inner splash panel. So this goes under here, and then it comes up on the other side of the floor.
How do these holes get?
Don't know.
Ants.
Pretty hungry ants, I would say. Yeah. Like I say, this is all surface. I don't know how you're supposed to get in between those two.
What are we going to do today?
We're just having a look, really. Having a little look at what we've got. Might throw some CRC on some of these bolts because it's going to take quite some time. Now, spin around behind you. Okay, that splash panel is gone. See? That's a mess. So, this is a piece of angle at the base of the wall on the outside. If you come around here, that outside panel attaches to that, and this attaches to the frame, which isn't in that bad a condition, really. It all looks horrible, but it's not. So the legs they're absolute toast. We had to cut these to get them up and then zip tie them up so we could tow it home.
I prefer toast anyway.
Hey?
I prefer toast anyway.
Yeah. 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 So they're gone. They need to be replaced. This rear bumper thing, I think I'll just lose that.
What is that for? Looks like it's trying to float.
Well, it holds a spare tyre, but the spare tyre is really low. The centre of the spare tyre should be way up there. And it's got this thing for the Caravan poles.
What? Why do you need poles?
Hold the awning up. Sorry, mate. Yeah, nah, this is, despite what it looks like, it's really tidy. In fact, what I'll do, we'll just stop for a second, and I'm going to go and get a sanding disc on our die grinder, right angle die grinder, and we'll just come and check this chassis in certain parts. All right, I've just randomly picked a couple of spaces here just to quickly throw the grinder over it, or the sanding thing, and that's solid metal, which isn't, it's hardly even pitted. I did another one over here, see? So this is going to come up mint. It'll be same as the Panorama. It'll come up really well. What I am going to do is I'm going to dose these bolts with CRC, because last time they were moved was, well, we think it's a 73, this Caravan actually. I thought it was a 75, and I'll show you why in a sec. Why I think it's a 73. Right, same thing there. You'll probably end up just cutting them, we'll see. going to get rid of this thing too. Just a bit of angle line really bolted on.
It's for this.
Yeah.
Which is also holding this, I believe.
Yeah, that just slides in and out.
Did you tie it with that?
Yeah. What? It's pretty tight, but it's not bolted.
Oh, I thought it was like loose.
This rear panel's, it's got a couple of dents here and there. That's the main one. But generally, that's pretty good.
These dents are probably from little Johnny running it into his bike in the 70s.
Old cleaner's making a racket over there. Smile, cleaner.
Yeah.
Alright. Should we have a quick look inside? Won't take a couple of secs. We'll put it on this video. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Won't take a second. So basically the plan with this, I think, is we're going to lose that.
Oh, yeah, I reckon, I reckon it'll look cleaner without that.
You're having a fight with the toolbox there, mate. It will look cleaner without that. So cut off these legs, put new legs on it, get rid of the rear bumper bar thing. I'll have a think about that. If I do keep it, I might rebuild it, make it higher. So rear legs, they only have rear legs on these.
Are you gonna build a black bar like the rest of our caravans are on?
Don't know.
As you can see if you watch our restoration video on our caravan,
Yeah.
you'll see the black bar that we made, custom leaf that.
Yeah. Then I'm just going to take these suspension off.
Today?
No, because the V8 supercars are on soon. So. I'm going to take these right off and I'll clean them up off the Caravan, and that way I can get right up underneath these as well. Drawbar, it's pretty much toast really. If you come around the front, that's the worst part of it there. It's a bit nasty.
You just buff that out easy. Tap it out with a hammer.
Yeah, that'll buff out.
And tap it out with a hammer.
Bog it up.
Just flex tape, Dad.
So yeah, like I say, we're gonna make another drawbar, but the difference with this one is it goes through this bar here. And I'll show you what I mean. We'll come out to our Caravan and we'll have a look. All right, this is on our Liteweight 2000, and you can see that it goes below that bar. See, the drawbar comes underneath it.
That's also like the panorama.
Yeah, slightly different. And this, they've got those bits there. I don't know if you can get under and see those. And they're capped at the front and welded to that front bar. And then the drawbar is welded to that. In fact, that's only...
We did that.
We painted it, but I've just noticed that's not fully welded. That's only stitch welded on there. It's obviously okay. But when we do the little Orange Roughie, we'll fully weld it. So I think we'll go this way, and if you come around here, they've got this here, the coupling, it's covered in cobwebs, coupling bolts onto, which is then heavily welded to the drawbar, and that's the way we're going to do it. And I'm going to build an original Jockey wheel for it as well, because they're nice, because the wheel comes right up out of the way, so they're really good. We're not going to worry about brakes. So yeah, see that bit there, we'll go back to the 1300 now and I'll show you the difference. So yeah, this one doesn't have that block on top, it just has a wee plate.
Is that why you think it's a 72? 70?
Part of it, yeah. And the reason is because it goes through the frame here. But with the other ones, because it goes below the frame, they need
to be higher.
They need a block up there.
It needs to be higher, eh?
And then to make up the height difference, they put a block there under the coupling. And that's what we're going to do with this one. Now, what makes me think that this is older than a 75, and I'll see if I can get hold of Don Jessen and see if he can tell me, is one, this Jockey wheel setup is really unusual. And the second thing, I'll just have to put the hoist down. have this sort of moulding here. That normally runs up beside the door, but this has got a much older sort of moulding on it, and that's what they used to have.
Maybe it was custom.
On these. No, that's the moulding they used to have on these in like the 71s and 72s. So it's got that sort of moulding there, but still that one up and down the door. So I'm sort of thinking that it's probably a 73, but I will get that checked out. We'll just put it down. And you can see when the last time it was on the road. Obviously, judging by those tyres, quite a long time
Didn't you say
ago.
2007?
Well, I thought it was 2000. I thought it was 07, but I think it's older than that. See the old Caravan Manufacturers Association stickers still on the side of it?
See you there.
See you, mate, yep. That's back in the day.
Good thing is, this
No,
doesn't.
it's locked. I've got to find the key.
This does not turn.
Here we go.
Okay. 2005.
2000.
I can't see. There you go.
Okay. March 2005 is when the warrant expired. The rego expired in 2008, and the electrical warrant January 06. These tail lights are original. They are what comes with them when you buy them.
These are pretty cool though, to be honest. They are pretty cool.
They are pretty cool,
But they're not LEDs.
but they're not going to stay there because I want LEDs on it.
Hey Dad, you reckon you could keep the original lights but put like LEDs in them?
No, you can't, unfortunately.
That would look pretty cool though.
It would. It would. All right.
Somebody needs to do that.
Yeah. And this is the thing I hate the most. This is the height of laziness. This is being painted, this roof.
Isn't that silver? Usually silver.
Yeah. I hate it when they paint the mouldings. It's just out and out lazy. And it looks like they might have even tried to paint the flashing as well, which
and that moulding up there looks actually pretty good condition.
It is, yeah. I'm going to have to take that paint off it. That's annoying. And it looks like they've tried to paint flashing as well. So that panel's going to have to be replaced, possibly, because it's starting to corrode there.
And made up your mind what colour we're going to paint it?
I've been driving around taking photos of orange cars, so people probably think there's something wrong with me, but I've been looking at, I'm going to paint it a modern version of this colour. So they've got the Nissan X-Trail, late model X-Trails, which is a colour called Copper Blaze, which looks pretty cool. Peugeot have got a good colour, but they're probably a little bit too intense for this. They look like they've got pearls in them. So what I don't know. I'm also looking at an orangey colour, orangey gold that they brought out in a Ford Ranger.
Look at this stuff.
Glamour Caravans from Tarapa in Hamilton.
So this?
See, it didn't have to go far from the factory because they were built in Riverlea Road in Hamilton. So yeah, all the signs show that she's original paint. The other thing is, the radius is super sharp on that, but if you have a look at our one, it's much more rounded. But I don't think I'll replace that. I'll probably keep, that's a really, oh, it's got a bit of corrosion down there.
That's fine, you can just, what would we do about that?
Oh, you might be able to sand it out. We'll see.
Alright, so should we?
I'll go and find the key and we'll have a look inside.
Because the video's getting a bit long.
Yep. Alright, this is the interior, and the interior of this thing is mint. Like mint. The only thing that is not good is it's got a little bit of, it's had some moisture around the vent. But man, that is not worth, all this, the rest of this interior paneling is probably the best I've seen.
It also came with a cat.
Yeah, free cat.
Free cat.
A little bit of cracking above the windows, but, and look how tidy all this is. See that?
So, get off.
So really tidy inside. It's got the usual factory nicotine stains everywhere. and it's got really nice sort of upholstery in it as well.
It also comes with a really good closet.
Yep.
Oh,
Mint. See?
very good. And all the cupboards,
we did get an awning with it too.
which we'll show you in another video.
We'll show that in another video, but Dad and I had a look at it, and it's still, and we didn't know whether the awning was any good or not when we bought it. The old owner just said they'd never put it up, no idea.
That's a bit stupid.
It's so mint that the pencil marks and the order number from the manufacturer written in pencil on the awning is still there. And it's got the old wooden poles with the nails on the top, but we'll lose those. But yeah, all of these
Can you get off?
drawers and everything are just immaculate. Tables mint off. Stand back and I'll pull this out. I probably don't really need the torch.
You can see better without the torch anyway.
But look at that. Look how mint that is.
You know, you could play some cards or...
And inside these cupboards, somebody's put surrounds on them, which I don't mind.
They look a bit weird.
Look at that. Look how mint it is.
Gas weight bottle. Oh.
And the gas bottle weight full is 41 pounds.
Hey Dad, you can actually see better without the torch.
Okay. I just wanted to show how mint it is inside.
Sorry.
See?
Oh, free deck of cards.
So that's not gonna be any good. That needs to be replaced because it's got to have an RCD in it.
What's that for?
See this? I'll just use the torch again. That's the electrical warrant from 1990. Owner's name. Holly, South Auckland Nurseries. Airfield Road in Takanini.
Ginger, what are you doing?
Wow.
You goofball.
So all of this is mint. Now, check out this fridge. I was looking at this fridge. See the cool writing?
Oh, it's still electric.
How 70s is that? Now I was looking at this fridge. It's got the little pin there. And I was looking inside, and it's not really even that manky. And I'm looking down here.
Still wouldn't eat out of it.
Come on. And I'm thinking, what are these dials for? And it occurred to me that can you get out of the way, mate? Come on out. This is a 3-way fridge. It's power, gas, and 12 volt.
Oh, it's died. What's that star for? Is it?
That's the igniter for the gas.
Is it the
Which
self?
I'm sure probably doesn't work.
Is it the self-destruct button?
Could be.
Ow!
But look how cool that is. That's awesome.
And the stove's a bit
It's a Parkinson Renai.
Parkinson.
Now it's a bit crusty, but we may possibly keep it.
Crusty, musty, and dusty.
But it has this option here where you can turn this burner turns. You see there.
Kiwi ingenuity.
Yeah. So to use the grill, and I'm not doing it properly, but to use the grill, you just point the flame down. And then if you want to cook with it, it goes back up again.
And it also comes with the smallest crusty tray.
Yeah, that's a bit crusty. But and that needs a serious clean, obviously. If we were to use it, if we want to stay really really retro.
And then there's this. Then there's this right, which is just that. And the cupboards underneath.
But check out the water system.
That.
Now that's a pump. So you pump that like that, and it builds up pressure.
Obviously, you're not all the electrical in it, but.
And this is how original this Caravan is. It sucks the water from that tank.
That's a bit crusty in there.
So that tank, and that's all original. So if you come back up and you see the bracket around the edge of it, so that tank sits in there.
It looks like a jerry can.
Basically what it is. And this is your water pipe, which goes back up under here to the tap.
So you could fill that. You could fill that up with beer.
Yeah.
And. Pint.
You could. Good thinking. It'd be like a keg. All right. So, as you can see, The interior of this thing is just absolutely mint. Oh, and it also has an infill in here, which I haven't got in here at the moment. I'll just put this table back.
It's obviously a really
But it
cozy
has
caravan.
an infill that comes in between these two seats
Which is currently
with
upstairs.
squabs, so it can be turned into a double bed.
And then you can obviously fit on that, but that'd be very cozy.
Yeah. Otherwise, they come out as 3 singles. But it's just...
You can fit like 4 kids. 3 kids, almost.
Don't know. If you put the double bed up, you fit a few in there. If they're small.
And they're not very tall.
Exactly. So yeah, it's really cozy inside, and when you're inside, it feels like a much bigger caravan than what it is. All right.
So what there is there's a 1500, 1300, which is this, and then there's 1100.
Starts at the 1100, the 1100, the 1300, 1500, 1700, 2000, and 25. Right. Our phone battery went flat, unfortunately, so we're back again. As I was saying, because this is so mint inside, and that's the reason why I bought it in the first place. All these panels are original and mint apart from around the thing, but I'm just going to put the roof vent. I'm just going to make up a little thing of aluminium to go around there. Obviously we'll replace the curtains and the nicotined curtain rails, but the rest of it's immaculate, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is, because I think it's better that way. It's got really nice upholstery, except there's a little bit of sun damage here and there.
Oh, that's a bit. Looks like a tan.
It is. It's a shame.
It looks a bit tan line.
But 95% of it's good, so I'm going to leave it. It's not worth replacing it, and we're gonna restore the outside and the chassis of this back to better than new, and then we're going to sell it. So it'll be up to the new owner what they want to do with it. But yeah, I'm really happy with the interior, and like I say, that's why I bought it in the first place. The outside's easier to fix than the inside. Cool. Alright, I think I've rambled on long enough. This video, which was supposed to be 20 minutes, is probably closer to 40 by now. So yeah, in the next one we'll probably a little bit of the panorama, maybe a little bit of this. Going to have to start working on both of them now. I didn't want to do it that way, but the panorama, the paintwork is
That's how the cookie crumbles.
It is, and it's pretty boring stuff, you know. You don't want to watch me sanding panels, so we'll alternate between this one and that one. All right, catch you on the next one. One more thing I forgot to say, we need more subscribers, so please subscribe if you like it, and also give us a like as well, because it really helps the channel.
And turn on post notifications.
All of that, yeah. We'll have to get some graphics that we put over the videos that remind people to do that. So as we go, we'll do that.